I hated not being producing it.
So anyway,
I just
gotta get it together.
Oh, was it?
I didn't know.
Was it just yesterday? You told me
You like coming in? The school, however, like I really.
Okay, never mind.
I get the most out of the space improvement. Space improvement is being a facilitator, being someone who changes policies. I use it to like. There's no people. Like,
Yeah.
Well, it's like I can
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2.
But if you can do 7, you can do the base.
well, but what I
Yeah, it's got to come off of 7, so it doesn't even matter.
Okay, mighty companions. Mighty companions online for the live stream. I want to thank you for tuning in. Robin, hey Robin. Lila. Good to see these cool. Brother Doug is in the house. Somewhere. Probably getting into some kind of mischief somewhere. You innocent, Doug. whatever you out there doing, buddy.
don't listen to the police. You end up.
Ignore all the sirens and the technical units out there in front of your house. Don't worry. They don't mean anything. But y'all acknowledge yourselves for showing up. All right. That was a practice acknowledgement. That's the acknowledge I know, acknowledge myself. Yeah, the little self-esteem things need to be worked on around here. Take a breath. Let's go to our world. Would you tune in for a minute, y'all? Just feel your spiritual funk.
Oh yeah.
Starting to ease up your chakras. Starting with the heart center. If you're here for the first time, you're right, you're in a strange place. You're gonna be surrounded by some loving people, some cool people. And you're gonna be listening to a person that's being his authentic self. And I don't care what you think about me. And you shouldn't care what other people think about you. Because when you are concerned about what other people think about you, you will never be happy, and you'll never be your authentic self. Remember that you need not believe the ideas. You need not accept the ideas. And you need not even welcome the ideas. Some of the ideas you may actively resist. Some of the ideas in A Course in Miracles, you may actively resist. And some of the ideas you will find hard to believe. You are not asked to analyze the ideas at all. You are not asked to judge the ideas at all. Their use will give the ideas meaning to you and will show you that the ideas are true. Tell Spirit, show me that the ideas are true. Loving Spirit, show me that the ideas are true. Show me that the ideas are true. Loving Spirit, show me that the ideas are true. Be on the lookout for your special sentence statement today. There's a message that's just for you. There's a message that is just for you. You will recognize when you hear it. You will recognize when you hear it, because when you hear it, you're going to feel it. When you hear your special message from your higher power within you, you're going to resonate with what you hear. Particularly pay attention to anything you hear that brings up the greatest resistance. Pay particular attention to what you hear that brings up the greatest resistance. Really see what that sentence was. You are sustained by the love of God. I am 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 sustained by the love of God. We are sustained by the love of God. I want to acknowledge you for being here today on such a beautiful shoot the hooky class day I've ever seen. And you in Colorado and you came inside. My God, this is Colorado temptation if I ever experienced it before, a day like this. That's right, I'm really not here. This is my projected image. I've been in this long enough to bilocate. So you think you're looking at me, but I'm really partying on a nude beach in Mexico. Yeah. Yeah. You go, guy. That's what I'm talking about. What's the point of learning how to be a spirit if you can't party on a naked beach in Mexico where I can teach the course at the same time? You know. I'm going to cover lesson 50 real quick in A Course in Miracles. It's called I'm Sustained by the Love of God. You can substitute whatever term you need to substitute for God if you have an issue with the word. But it says, I am sustained by the love of God is the answer to every problem that will confront you. Lesson 50. Lesson 50. So, do you know that if you have a problem right now, you have the answer to it right now? And the truth is, in this world, you probably believe you're sustained by everything but your Creator. How do you know that you believe you are sustained by everything but your Creator? Because you have faith in the most trivial and insane symbols. What are the trivial and insane symbols that we have faith in? Money,
Other people.
pills, clothing that protects you, influence. Got faith in influence, I got faith in being liked, I got faith in knowing the right people. So I really don't have faith in that which created me. I have faith in medicine, money, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people, and a bunch of other stuff. I think that that's what's really taking care of me. First of all, I got to make sure I have some money, got to make sure I have some medicine, got to make sure I got some clothes in this weather, got to make sure that somebody likes me. I got to be sure that I have some kind of influence. That's where my faith is. That's why I'm working so hard to be special. Because if I'm special to someone, that will take care of me. And the more people I'm special with, the more people looking out for me.
Yeah.
And so that's an endless list of forms of nothingness that we endow with magical powers.
Yeah.
These things are your replacements for the love of your Creator. So instead of, now when I say that you are sustained by the love of your Creator, I'm not talking about you sustained by loving your Creator. God doesn't have an ego that needs our praise. The Creator isn't like going, get on your knees, worship me. Because there is no Creator that's a body that's saying that somewhere off in the sky, far, far away. It's kind of funny that even the Creator is traditionally looked at as trying to get as far away from us as it can. So the Creator is far, far away, right? If I do this right, you're not going to like some of the things I say. Some of the things I say you're going to love. You may be suspicious of me. You may love me. You may have all kinds of reactions to me because I'm trying to get out of the way so that the love of God can come through my body, out to you, and through me. I'm sick of talking about it. I want to experience it. I want to be it. I'm not waiting for anybody else to love me. Well, actually, there's just one person. It's me. It's me. It's me. If I treated me as good as other people treat me, I'd be in ecstasy. Other people treat me so much better than I do. Do you relate to what I'm saying?
Yes.
Other people compliment me more. They want to be more affectionate with me. They want to do things with me. They seem to enjoy being around me. And everywhere I go, I'm there. Because I remember all the things that I think I've done that would keep me from loving myself. They don't know about them. If you could really see who I really am, according to my ego, you would, like the Course says, you would recoil from me as if from a poisonous snake. People really knew the truth about it. Sometimes you feel like that way when people are giving you a lot of love and acknowledgement, a part of you goes, I don't deserve that.
Or you liar.
You know, that's right. You're a con artist. Anybody that want to go out with me, something wrong with them. You're a bad judge of character. That's what I used to feel about myself. Let me say it another way. That's the way I used to feel about who I thought I was. Okay? Now, why is it that people are caught up in pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, and knowing the right people? Because if you cherish those things, it ensures that you will continue, this is deep, you will continue to identify as only being a body. Because it's your body that you work for. It's your body that you're trying to house and clothe and take care of. So when you're after those things, most people are after those things to take care of their bodies, but they say it's to take care of themselves. So the more that I think I need money, as opposed to needing my Creator, then I am reinforcing the idea that I'm a finite consciousness, that I'm just a physical form. And I'm praising my ego. I'm praising my fear. I'm praising my individual self that's out here trying to make it. And I won't put faith in the worthless any longer. And the Course in Miracles says the worthless is putting your faith in pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being like, and knowing the right people. And it says only the love of God will protect you in every circumstance. That means only the love that's coming from the universe to you will protect you in every circumstance. You can't really protect yourself. You can't really protect yourself like that which created you can protect you. And that love will lift you out of every trial, and it will raise you high above all the perceived dangers in this world. Would you like to be in a climate of perfect peace?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, peace is what you experience when you are enjoying it. So whenever you feel peace, it's when you are enjoying something. So if you want to know what peace feels like, it's not boring. When you're experiencing peace, you're experiencing the enjoyment of it. Whether it's the enjoyment of a relationship, the enjoyment of a person, the enjoyment. Peace isn't boring. It's enjoyment. I'm trying to go slow just to give you a minute to let that kind of sink in, okay? And as you know, I'm going to throw it open for discussion and questions and stuff in a minute. The love that your Creator has for you is going to transport you. Do you know where it's going to transport you? It's going to transport you to a state of mind. And it's a state of mind that nothing can threaten, nothing can disturb. How would you like a state of mind that there's not a single solitary thing in this world that's happening in any way could threaten or disturb? How would you like to have a state of mind that is so calm, it's an eternal calm, it's a calm that never ends, and that you have this calm that nothing can disturb? How would you like to have that? It says, well, don't put your faith in that BS. Don't put your faith in pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, and knowing the right people. That's not what's going to sustain us. What's going to sustain us is the connection to Source. The connection to Source is what's going to sustain us. And the Course in Miracles says what you should do is put all your faith in the love of God that's inside you. How can you tell the love of your Creator from the love of a human? The love of your Creator has three characteristics. It's eternal, which means it's permanent and it never ends. The love of God never changes. It's not here today, gone tomorrow, here this morning, not this afternoon. I love you this morning, but you made me mad, so now I don't love you anymore. It is a love that never changes, and it's a love that never, ever fails. So the love of God is something that's eternal, that it never changes and never fails. That's the kind of love a conscious being wants. That's the answer to whatever's confronting you today. So, through the love of God within you, you can resolve all seeming difficulties. Through the love of that which created you, you can resolve every difficulty you think you're going through right now. Any difficulty you think you're having in any area of your life right now, do you know that it can be resolved through that love? And guess how that difficulty can be resolved? Without effort. Ooh, 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 ooh. Without effort. Aren't you tired of efforting? Wouldn't you like to do something in sure confidence? I'm going to do this, and I have 100% confidence that I can do it and it can be done. So tell yourself this: how much, often, when, today. Tell yourself what today?
I am sustained by the love of God.
And through the love of God within me, I can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and in sure confidence. Through the love of God within me, I can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and ensure confidence through the love of God, through the love of God, through the love of my Creator, through my Creator's love inside of me, through the love of my Creator inside of me, through the love of love inside of me, through the love of God inside of me, through the love of my Creator within me, I can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and ensure confidence. It said, tell yourself this how much? Often. What is it? It's my declaration of release from my belief in idols. This is my declaration of release from my belief in fear. This is my declaration of release. This is my release declaration. What is my release declaration? Through the love of God within me, I can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and in certain sure confidence through the love of God within me. I can resolve all seeming difficulties, even that one. And you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that one. Y'all know what y'all was thinking about. I can see it in your face. How? Without effort and sure confidence. See, the Course of Miracles says over and over again, read me slowly, please. Would you please slow down and hear what I'm saying? Is what Spirit says. Slow down. Slow down. Tell yourself this often. But why should I tell myself that through the love of God within me, I can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and sure confidence? Why should I say that? It's the acknowledgement of the truth about myself. That's the truth about myself. I'm sustained by the love of God, and through the love of God within me, I can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort. That's the truth about me. That's the truth about you. That's the truth about you. That's your declaration of release from all the things that upset you and make you afraid. The things that upset you and make you afraid are coming from the things you tell yourself. So now you need to tell yourself something else. You need to tell yourself, through the love of God within me, I can resolve this difficulty without effort and ensure confidence. I need to tell myself that 100 times a day.
Wow.
Do you breathe once for the whole day? Then you should stop trying to tell yourself the truth once for the whole day. I just love looking at y'all. Y'all so cute. Yeah, over there.
Thank you.
You can't have it over there. You cute. So, yeah, I know you think you're back there and don't see how cute you are, but I see you. I see you. Now I'm really see you. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord, the Great Rays. That's the name of my spiritual singing group. I am sustained by the love of God. Let's try to work on our moves.
Nice choreography.
I am sustained by the love of God.
Sustained by the love of God.
I am sustained by the love of God. I am sustained by the love of God. Okay, thank you. American Idol. So, American non-idol. Here I come. Sometimes I forget to have fun. Do y'all ever forget to have fun? I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's called the grown folk disease. Okay. Then it says, let this idea sink. Let this idea sink deep into your consciousness. Let this idea sink deep into your consciousness. What is the idea that needs to sink deep into our consciousness? That I am sustained by the love of God. What do you do with that thought? You think about it, 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 think about that thought. What thought? I am sustained by the love of God. Let know, oh, I love this. All right, picture a blanket. Everybody got a blanket? Your favorite blanket? Okay, I want you to picture allowing peace to flow over you like a blanket of protection. So take your peace of God and put it over yourself like a blanket of protection. Not amateur protection. Protection. Notice I'm trying to be the voice for truth. I'm trying to let the truth come through me. I'm not trying to think of something clever to say. There's nothing I can say more clever than what this book is saying. It's just about me trying to help us hear it. Right? Are you hearing it?
Yeah.
Are you under the blanket?
Yeah.
Are you under the blanket with anybody? I'm under the blanket with several people. This is the problem with realizing you're everybody. Things were much simpler when I thought I was separate. But not really. not really. Actually, it was a lot more guilt, a lot more fear, a lot more separation, a lot more weary when I thought you were separate from me as much as I used to. Now I know there are only two types of people in the world. The people that know I'm joined and connected with them, and the people who are pretending that they don't. I have to be careful with the ones who are pretending that they don't. Because they are the ones who see me as a stranger and sometimes are afraid and suspicious of me because they've forgotten the truth so that they can have the situation they're going through sincerely. So when you're serious about going through what you think you're going through, you forget who you really are. Your divine self remembers everything about you. Your human self has forgotten everything about you. So when you're hanging out with humans, be aware that they're going to pretend that they aren't you. I know they might look good, but you're getting ready to deal with an insane person. Sometimes we'll make that sacrifice, like I've said often, if the butt's round enough. We will go unconscious temporarily. It was called the 80s. I forgot who I was for a decade. Fortunately, God protected me. Because if you're sincere, even if you're unaware, love will still protect you. People who don't understand you will still be safe for you if they feel your love. Try to reach people's hearts. Make that more important than reaching their mind, their intellect. I'd much rather be around people that love me than people who are trying to understand me. Because people who are trying to understand me are my red flag. Because anyone that's really on the same wavelength as you, what you're marveling at is how much alike you are, not how much you're trying to figure each other out. Oh, Lord. When you start having short-term memory loss, it don't do any good to figure it out anyway. You'll forget them 10 minutes later. So. Sometimes you can be the human version of Finding Dory. See, I'm forgetting what I thought I was and remembering what I am. So I forget the past more than I used to. And people that ask me about my past, and I literally have to stop a minute to try to remember, because my present is so full. I don't have time to think about the past. There's not such a big lack in my life that I'm thinking about bygone days. I'm really trying to figure out how I can let more of the love of God into my experience than I am trying to figure out what happened 10 years ago that's making me feel the way I do today. Because I found out the secret. The way I feel right now is being created by what I'm telling myself right now. So if I want to change the way I feel, I don't have to go any further back than now. So if you're not feeling good right now, it has nothing to do with your past. It's because you're telling yourself something right now that's depressing you and making you unhappy. You're using this present moment to tell yourself something that's making you feel bad. You're using this present moment to make yourself feel bad. That's the only reason why a person feels bad. That's just right. Breathe. People don't breathe for an hour. You breathe, they pass out on the floor, and then we have to take them out. They just stop breathing. Okay? That's the kingdom of heaven, when your mind is chilled. Okay, all right, that's lesson 50. All right, now I'm going to finish up lesson 193, the lesson we've been on for the last 5,000 years. I will forgive and this will disappear. So I'm going to start out, before I do that, any questions or comments about I am sustained by the love of God? Yes, Paris.
Okay, so there's still a part of my mind that thinks that I need pills and money. And to be sustained.
You're the only one.
I know, crazy. I know. Forgive
You're
me,
the
y'all.
only one. Nobody in here needs pills of money.
A little tortoise. And so when I recognize those thoughts, or like I go to take my supplements that I think are helping my body, I can say this. That would be a potent time to really use this lesson and this mantra to say, through the love of God within me, I'm actually resolving all seeming difficulties without effort and in sure confidence.
Right, and in the Course in Miracles, in the psychotherapy process and practice supplement,
Yeah.
it says there's a section called the question of payment. And in that section, it talks about the spirit. Spirit knows that while you're here, you think you have needs. And that you will be given the money, you will be given what you need to stay. So what this is trying to get us to do is to understand that all things come from God. Every single thing we have. Not that you won't have the money that you need to take care of whatever you need to take care of. What you want to recognize and what you want to join with is the source and not get caught up on the channel.
Gotcha.
Most people confuse the channel, money, with the source, that which created us.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else before I go to the next part? Online, anybody else? Oh, you're the most handsome, gorgeous, intelligent, spiritual, most wonderful being I've ever seen in my life. You are awesome. Oh, it says Earl. That was the one that wrote it. I'm not waiting for you to tell me those things. I'm not waiting for anybody else to say those things to me anymore. I told you I was monogamous with myself. And this is myself. All of this is myself. All of it. The trees, the sky, the birds, the floor, you. We're all one self. You may know what our Creator, limitless in power and in peace. We fool our bodies to tell us that we're separate and we get rid of one thing, pretending it's many. And it makes us struggle. Because if you identify within a singular consciousness, a finite consciousness, then you cut yourself off from all the support and assistance that the universe wants to give you. The ego is the idea that you are autonomous, self-sufficient, on your own. Got to do it by myself. If you believe that, you are going to have that experience because your physical reality is a reflection of your consciousness and your beliefs. If you believe you by yourself, the universe says yes, because you know what? The universe always says yes. I'm alone. Yes. I'm broke. Yes. Nobody loves me. Yes. I'm prosperous. Yes. I'm wealthy. Yes. I'm supported. Yes. I'll never be able to accomplish this. Yes. The universe always says yes. So be aware of what you're telling yourself because the universe says yes. But here's the cool part. If it's not real love, it won't last.
That's right.
Anything that you try to give yourself that's not real, it will be temporary. So there's a built-in fail-safe in this world, which is every time you come up with your own plan that somehow does not reflect unconditional love for you, it will end.
Thank God.
That's why even the body appears to end. Because that's also a lie about who you are. So that also appears to end. You have done and discarded more bodies than I care to even talk about. But it's not necessary to believe in reincarnation. Because really, the truth is, you only have one life and that you share with God. You might have many bodies that you do it through, but it's just one life. Is it important that you believe in reincarnation? Absolutely not. But if you do, then there's no need to let that go unless your inner teacher tells you to let that go. Because anything that teaches you that life and the body are not the same thing is beneficial. Anything that teaches you that you're more than that body that's sitting in that chair is beneficial. But if there was anything about your past that created what you're going through right now, you can only correct it right now. So whether you believe in reincarnation or not, this is the only time you can change your mind is right now. This holy instant, what I give to you, this now instant. time just passes by so fast when I'm doing this. For some people. Some people is like, oh, only 2 minutes to pass. Like 10 hours. Oh my God. How many of y'all does it seem like it's moving kind of fast? And it's hot in here too. Yeah. It's because your chakras on fire. Now, is it chakra or chakra? Whenever somebody comes to my class, I try to open your chakras. Because I try to do some chakras. I do some chakra opening up. And I told you, as a black person, I have an extra one. What is it? The boogie chakra. Sometimes I can't control it. It makes me want to twerk.
I have a boogie chakra too.
I saw it, they found it the other night. I just love your boogie chakra, Paris. We have a holy twerking relationship. Okay? Elizabeth, CJ, oh, Kathy, all y'all cool beings out there. Y'all, Myrna, all right, watch it. And you in your pajamas, you, what's going on? It's time to get up. Just want to warn you. All right, let's go. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to finish up 193. Lesson 193, on page 368. Okay. How can you tell when you're seeing wrong? That's the paragraph I'm going to start with. Paragraph 7 in the Foundation for Inner Peace version. Okay, so how can you tell when you're seeing wrong? How can you tell if someone else is failing to perceive the lesson that they should learn? How can you tell when you're seeing incorrectly? How can you tell when someone else is seeing incorrectly? Does pain seem real in your perception?
Yes.
If pain seems real, you are seeing incorrectly.
You keep telling me.
No matter how justified you may feel. If pain seems real, what is it that you need to be sure of? The lesson isn't learned. How can I tell when I haven't learned my spiritual lesson, my truth lesson? I am hurting. I'm in pain. I'm depressed. I'm unhappy. I'm miserable. Okay, that means your perception sucks. How many of y'all have a sucking perception? In some areas. Not all areas. You couldn't take it if it was in every area, but you have some favorite areas. Don't you? That you've been having in areas since you was in the 5th grade. I ran across my diary when I was in the 8th grade after my sister read it, much to my embarrassment. And I'd be doggone if I wasn't talking about the same thing in the 7th grade that I'm talking about now in some areas. The little girl in the other row didn't understand me. So you come here with your patterns. Your children come here with their patterns. Your parents come here with their patterns. Everybody that comes here already with their particular spiritual lessons to learn. It has nothing to do with you as a parent. Your children inherit the most from themselves. You are just the means for them to come into this experience. You could be the greatest parent in the world and still have your child seem like it's a psycho. And you could be the greatest parent, and you could be the worst parents in the world, or the most challenging parent, and your child turns out incredibly awesome. That's me. No, I did. My parents were really cool. They had their issues. I just had to get past seeing my mother as a label and get into seeing her as a being just like me. Same as my father. You know, I saw them as roles, not as beings just like me. They acted out the script exactly the way I wanted them to act the script out. They did everything exactly the way we planned for me to have the experiences that will trigger my awakening process. That's why I chose my gender, my sex, my social economic conditions when I was born, my parents, my brothers and sisters, and the part of the United States I was born in. It was all planned. There was a divine design behind everything that's happening in your life. And you were not set up to lose. It wasn't set up for anybody to lose.
Yay.
So you will never lose. The rock of, the foundation, the bedrock of the Course in Miracles is you cannot lose. So every time you think you can lose, that's your clue that your perception is incorrect. Even if it looks like you lost. Even if it looks like you lost, you can't lose. Loss is a perspective. What seems like it's a loss from one point of view doesn't seem like it's a loss from somebody else's point of view. That's how you know loss isn't real, because none of us are in 100% agreement about what loss is. So that's how we know it's made up. Wow. Wow. I'm going slower like this because that's what Holy Spirit, the inner guide, told me to do. It'd be better if a person heard one paragraph and remembered it than for me to rush through it just to be something else that we forget. So I keep putting this pressure on myself, like, I gotta get this done. I gotta get through this today. Yeah. And it's like, no, I don't. Okay? Now, what does it mean when you say there is a lesson that's not learned? That means there remains an unforgiveness hiding in your mind. So if you still got pain, you still have a grievance. If you have pain, you have a grievance. If you have pain, you have unforgiveness. And unforgiveness simply means there is a perception you have that is incorrect. That is what unforgiveness means. It just means I'm seeing you wrongly. It doesn't mean so much about, I got this thing against you right now. No, I'm seeing you incorrectly right now. I'm seeing the truth incorrectly right now. So, so you are seeing the pain through your eyes that your mind is directing. So your mind is directing you to see pain, and that's why there's pain in your perception. Say I don't love me and I'm afraid to see love. Love is over here, let's say fear is over there. Don't see no love because I'm looking where my mind directs my eyes that show me pain and unhappiness. Love is all around me. I'm not looking for it. I'm not seeing it. Woo! Woo! If you compliment somebody and they run away from you, and you try to be loving and they run away from you, and you try to be conscious and they run away from you, let them run away from you. Please let them run away from you. Because they will be like a bottomless pit that you can never give enough attention to, that there will ever be enough for them at all. A consciously evolving being accepts love. And they'll say to you, I might have some issues with accepting love, but I want to go beyond those with you. Yeah. You have to be patient. Because sometimes it'll be something, there's a nice little length of time between when you meet the people who you resonate with the most at first. So don't just settle for anything. I've had people who, the high standards they have with relationship was, are they breathing? Some people, that wasn't even required. Okay. Oh, God. Oh. Now, God doesn't want you to suffer. And your Creator wants to help you correctly perceive yourself. And you don't remember who you are. You don't remember who you are. You tell me, if I ask you who you are and you tell me what you do, you'll sleep. If I ask you who you are and you say you're a woman, you'll sleep. If I ask you who you are and you say you're a man, I know you'll sleep. If I ask you who you are and you say you're separate from me, I know you're asleep. Then I have to take responsibility for the awareness that I have that you are asleep in determining how close I want to be to you. Because I know you're asleep. And what that means is, just like when you have a bad dream at night and you're asleep and you reach out and you might slap the person that's next to you. People who are asleep, they hurt other people because they are so unaware. Because they're in such pain and they're having a nightmare. And sometimes when you're having a nightmare and somebody grabs you and they try to wake you up, you think they're part of your nightmare and you attack them. So that's me. and any truth teacher. For some people, we are their enemy that they think is part of their nightmare, and so they attack us just for being loving. Makes us the most suspicious person in the room. He sure did hug her a long time. I saw how long Earl hugged her. I know what he wants. That's beside the point. Nothing to do with the real deal. See, I weed people out in my life real quick. I'm irreverent, I'm outrageous, I'll say what I want to say, and that eliminates the judge people immediately.
Thank God.
They go, I will not come back to this class. But I sent them a little card. Thank you. I used to have people in my life that didn't like me that stuck around. At least you leave. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You had people that didn't like you and they just stuck around. They wouldn't go. And you would stick with them too, but you say, I got to learn this lesson through them, and I got to learn it, so I guess as well learn it through them, so you stay in hell. You know, it's like, no, baby, recognize misery and go the other way. Recognize misery and go the other way. Recognize misery and go the other way. You don't have to sit up there and try to work it out. No, who's the work it out police? Where they at? You don't have to stay in situations you don't want to stay in. Yeah, so what? You got to learn the lesson. Sometimes it's more fun to learn it with somebody else.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? I've learned lessons through people I like to be with. That was the same lesson I was trying to give myself with people that was a challenge. Only I enjoyed the lesson more. Except when I wanted to punish myself, I wouldn't do that. I'd stay where the pain was. Because I had grievances against myself, and I believed I needed to suffer. So I wasn't going to leave anybody that was causing me pain. As a matter of fact, I was more and more attracted to him. You know, that was the one, please, give me another chance. Please, hurt me. Hurt me some more. And the universe says, yes. And all of a sudden, they're right there, giving you pain. But then the mind says, I'm a victim. No, you're not. They're giving you what you wanted. Just change what you want. And the universe will then reflect that back to you. But you have to be awake enough to recognize when love shows up, or it'll be right in front of your face, and you still go for the old. That's really a trap when you first start to change your mind and try to wake up. Your ego, your old self, is going to attract you to the worst person you've ever been with. And it look like you're in truth. You know what I'm saying? You go to a meeting and go, that's her. You know. And it was like one of that movie. What that movie called? Instinct? What is that movie? This thing you know what I'm saying? Somebody trying to run you down. And they had a course book on the car. So I'm saying, you're not a body anyway. I'm taking you out. So you have to be very aware when you first make a commitment to finally give yourself the kind of life you've always wanted. Because the part of you that doesn't think you deserve it changes from suspiciousness to viciousness. Because you are the biggest liar in the world to the part of you that thinks you don't deserve it. So just by you saying you deserve to be happy, the part of you that doesn't think you deserve to be happy thinks you're an even bigger liar for even daring to say you deserve to be loved.
Hot damn.
What did you say?
Hot damn.
That's my favorite kind of damn. Thank you so much. I think that's what I named the class today. Hot damn. You know. But I'm sorry, right now temptation is coming at me from a lot of different directions. You know, so I have to stay focused on my purpose of staying awake. The temptations of specialness are stronger than ever before. There are a lot of people that want to be special to me, and I'm trying to save them.
Save them all.
How do I save them? How do I say them? By me being aware and only choosing for love and choosing for the truth. Giving them what they really want, which is the truth, which is God, which is love. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be appreciated, because people who want specialness usually miss love. Because love isn't specialness. So, you can talk to a person for 5 minutes and know whether or not you're going to give yourself peace with them, or whether you're going to give yourself conflict if you are a consciously awakening being. But you have to be interested instead of interesting. You have to ask questions. Some people, they believe that when they go out with somebody for the first time, it's about being interesting. So they talk about themselves, trying to impress the person that's in front of them. A conscious being is asking you, what's your value? What's your purposes? What do you want to accomplish? How do you see your last relationship? What would you really want? What's your perceptions of sexuality? What is it that you think you're trying to learn right now in your relationships? And the best one is, how do you feel about your ex? Try that one. The bitch! Well, and that means there's some forgiveness that needs to happen. They hate them, then you need to take note of that. That means they have baggage for you. And they're expecting you to make up for everybody before you. That's going to be their goal with you. You're going to give me the love no other woman has ever given me. I say a lot of the things I say that I've said before in my classes, as well as adding some new ones, because we can't hear the truth too much. But the biggest joke we tell ourselves is, I've already heard that. I've already heard that. He's saying the same thing I've heard so many. Well, why are you still having the same experience that you've always had? It means you haven't heard it. Or you have a different experience. Right? So, if pain seems real, there remains an unforgiveness. God doesn't want you to forget that you're loved by your Creator. And you also have a bunch of gifts that come with that love. So would you renounce your own happiness, your own salvation? Would you fail to learn the simple lessons that your teacher is setting before you? What is the lesson? I want all your pain to disappear. It's time for all your pain to disappear. It's time for all your hurt to disappear. It's time for all your sadness and loneliness to disappear. You need to remember what created you. And all things are lessons that your Creator wants you to learn. Everything you're going through right now is a lesson your Creator wants you to learn. There's not one unforgiving thought that's inside of your mind that your Creator wants you to keep. There's not one thorn, there's not one nail that hurts you that your Creator doesn't completely want taken away from you. That your Creator won't leave you with one thought that causes you pain. Won't leave you with one thought that won't be corrected. What actually created you? It wants your rest to remain untroubled. What really created you? It wants you to remain in serenity all the time. What created you? It wants you to be cared for. It wants you to be in an eternal, out of this world, loving home that cares for you. I want you to be surrounded by people who really care for you. I want you to be surrounded by people who really love you, who really acknowledge you, who really appreciate you. Now, am I saying some good stuff? Yeah. Now, notice if you're having a hard time staying awake right now. Part of you. I see so many tonsils. I just feel like taking out a probe. Tell somebody something really, really, really loving and watch them go unconscious. And watch that be the same person that's telling you they wish they had real love in their lives. It'll be the exact same person that's going unconscious will be the exact same person that's complaining about their love life. Catch that. If you're one of those people, check that out. You're saying you want to hear loving things about you. Check out your response. Does it excite you or does it put you out? Okay? The next time you're attracted to somebody, go the other way.
Yes.
Run. Why? Because you were attracted to them. That's how you know. 9 times out of 10, they're the wrong one. It's really that simple. If you know your pattern is to always end up with somebody you don't appreciate being with, or you think it's the wrong person, or you feel upset, the next time you see somebody, you go, oh, that's the one. You better be pretty clear, it probably ain't.
Yeah.
Why? Because you were attracted to them. That's as simple as it can get for you. If you have a pattern of forming relationships with people that don't make you happy and give you peace, be suspicious of your attractions, which seems like that's different, opposite the way that it should be, doesn't it? Pay attention to your pattern. Pay attention to your pattern. Don't forget the first part of what I said. If you're a person who tends to form relationships that you end up dissatisfied with, and you've done it over and over, and you feel attracted to somebody, beware. And if you're around somebody that seems really cool, really nice, really conscious, but you feel like, this might be a good friend, you're probably in the presence of someone that is the new that you're praying about. Give them a chance. Get to know them. Communicate with them. Don't put them in the friend zone immediately.
Yeah.
Why? Just because they're nice to you. Like I used to hear when I was in high school, you too nice. What? You're just too nice. What you want me to do, smack you around or what? Anybody ever heard that? You was called too nice, wasn't you? Yeah. Well, by the time I was in my 20s, they weren't saying that no more. I learned a lesson. I wasn't too nice anymore. Then I got the course, thank goodness. Brought me back around. Yeah. So a lot of people think I'm nice now. I'm nice again. I'm back tonight and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. You're going to have so many people that are attracted to you that you won't know what to do with it. And they're going to be singing your praise. That's what you're destined to experience.
Yeah.
It's your destiny. It's your fate. Do you know that your Creator would have all your tears wiped away? With no tears that are even waiting to be shed. Not only will I get rid of all your tears, I'm going to get rid of the crying you would do. I'm not going to only get rid of the crying you're doing about stuff, I'm going to get rid of your future tears about things that make you unhappy. Because you have some tears that have their own appointed time to fall. You have tear appointments. You have crying appointments that have already been set. Like you do your daytime, but 2 weeks from now you got this meeting. Well, at the spiritual level, you got crying planned for next week. And so Spirit is going to undo that before it's going to cancel that appointment before you even get to it. You have appointments to cry that are going to be broken. How will your appointments to cry be broken? Well, God has willed that laughter replace everything that would cause you to cry. Whoa. So that you can be free again. Do you want to be free again?
Yes.
Do you want to be free again?
Yes.
Do you want to be free again?
Yes.
Woo! To acknowledge yourself here in this microphone. All right. Don't forget, the name of our tribe is Make a New Choice. We're the Make a New Choice tribe. Who are you? I'm a Make a New Choice tribe. That's our tribe. We're what? Make a new choice. Make a new choice. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up in a minute. Recap. We're going to do the financial expression of appreciation right now. I really appreciate you sharing with me. I'm a full-time teacher of A Course in Miracles, and this is what I do in the world. So thank you. Thank you for being channels to support this ministry and still happening. Thank you. Let me give you that to you. Let me give that to you. Online, if you'd like to make a financial expression of appreciation, you can go to my website, earlpurdy.com. I would really, thank you, those of you who have been doing that. I'm also available for one-on-one sessions called clarity sessions, where I work with you on letting go of the blocks that your ego is trying to put up to your happiness right now. There are no original problems. There's not a problem you can share with me that there's not an answer to, that the Course in Miracles hasn't already answered. And those of you who are open to the more mystical, intuitive side, I'm also an astrologer and a numerologist. And that simply means that's another way for the Holy Spirit to communicate through me. There's a divine plan, a divine design for your life. Astrology reveals that.
Yep.
It's just another way to get information that saves you time. People hunt around for years for things I could tell them in 90 minutes. So go to my website. It explains what I do in detail. And I'm also available. I've been working with people who are wanting mentoring. You can spend time with me on a session with the Course in Miracles or whatever book you want to learn, Way of Master, and I will give you 35 years of tips to how not screw yourself. I've seen people let their egos take truth teachings and completely use it to jam them up. And I can share with you the tricks beforehand and the easiest ways to go through the Course in Miracles and these other books. The purpose of a relationship is to save time. And that's what I can do. I did 35 years for you. So take advantage of me. Use me. I don't mind being used. It's cars that you don't use that get rusted. I love people to use me. I'm a well-oiled machine. I beg you to use me. I'm going to use you. I'm using you right now. I'm using you to remember the truth. I'm using you to remember love. I'm using you to remember God. I'm using you to remember forgiveness. I'm using you to remember that we're one. I'm using you. So, you ready? Don't forget, 7 o'clock Tuesday night, I do the Way of Mastery here. That's another powerful class. And it's also streamed on Facebook Live, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I stream the Course in Miracles class every Sunday at 1 p.m. on Facebook Live. And then I do a class on Thursday night that we don't actually meet physically here, but it's called A Course of Love. It's to the heart what the Course in Miracles is to the mind and perception. So there's a lot of support out there, y'all. Are you willing to use me?
Yes.
You are?
I'm using you right now.
Are you using me right now?
Yeah.
I'm using you too. So we want to go, I am sustained by the love of God. You want to make the decision that your Creator really wants to end all your pain. And I'm going to throw a question out to you for you to take with you. Don't forget, those who don't mind, I love hugs. I love to hug men. I love to hug women and frogs. Because you're not men and you're not women. You are more than your bodies. Let me tell you the truth about you. You are not a body. You are free. You are still as God created you. You are not a body. You are free. You are still as God created you with an I. I am not a body. I am free. I am still as God created me. I am not a body. I am free. I am still as God created me. Now go to the website and sign up for the contact list, because I'm going to be doing some advanced classes in person and online, and you want to know when I'm going to do it, and I can let you know. There's also a pad up here you can sign up, because going into the spring, I want to connect with my deepest mighty companions who have had enough, and they're ready to master love and master this truth and take advantage of the time that I have spent doing this, because I did it for you. So think about something that you are still giving yourself some kind of pain about. Think about a person or a situation that when you think about them, you know you don't feel peace. Think about a situation that when you think about, you feel resistance, because there's only two things that you are experiencing, and let me tell you what those two things are. You're either experiencing willingness, or you are experiencing resistance. You are either experiencing willingness, or you are experiencing resistance. So tell yourself, if you have that situation, tell yourself again, I will forgive, and I will see this differently. I will forgive, and I will see this differently. I will forgive, and I will see this differently. I will forgive, and I will see them differently. I will forgive, and I will see them differently. I will forgive, and I will see this differently. Now, what does forgive mean? It means I will correctly perceive, and I will see this differently. I will correctly perceive, and I will see this differently. I will correctly perceive, and I will see this differently. I will truly perceive, and I will give, I will see, I will see, I will see, I will see, I will see this differently. Now somebody say this with me, anybody? I am sustained by the love of God. 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 I am juicy and sweet. 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 Yeah. Now look at somebody and say, I am juicy and sweet. I am lovable and neat. I am lovable and neat. I am juicy and sweet. I am lovable and neat. I am lovable and neat. And when are we gonna meet? I love you too much. I am entitled to miracles. I am entitled to miracles. Let miracles replace all grievances. Let miracles replace all grievances. I am never upset for the reason I think. I am never upset for the reason I think. I bless the world because I bless myself.
I bless the world because I bless myself.
I deserve to be paid for having fun.
I deserve to be paid for having fun.
Let me not forget my function.
Let me not forget my function.
Oh, let me not forget my function.
Let me not forget my function.
Ain't that funky? Ain't that funky? Forgiveness is my function as the light of the world.
Forgiveness is my function as the light of the world.
I say forgiveness is my function as the light of the world.
Forgiveness is my function as the light.
Now what does that mean? Seeing things correctly is my function. Seeing you correctly with love, that is my function. That means forgiveness is my function as the light of the world. That means true perception is my function as the light of the world. I am here to see you right.
I am here to see you right.
That means I'm seeing you as the light.
I'm seeing you as the light.
I say I'm here to see you right.
I'm here to see you right.
Which means I see you as the light.
I see you
Now
as
test yourself. Look at somebody go, I see you as the light of the world. I see you as the light of the world.
I see you
I see you as the light of the world. I see you as the light of the world. Say what? I see you as the light of summer. I see you as the light of the world. As the light of the world. I see you as the light of the world. Let's give it up, y'all. Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of my happy dream. My happy dream. Those are available, you awesome beings.
Say, brother, do you have anything?
turn it out.
I see you as the light of the world.
I see you as the light of the world. I see you as the light of the world. I see you.